that way. It's a triangle, that's right. You see the same in a lot of different disciplines. I guess that's what I'm saying. What you've got to be careful of is this is the thing that I see a lot. I point for energy, and if you don't go, I do that, yeah? So a lot of people marry that leading hand into the driving pressure. So they're actually marrying the leading hand into drive, and see all that? As soon as we start to marry drive and leading hand together, what's she starting to do? She's starting to get really anxious. So every time she sees a leading hand or a leading rein, she's going to throw her head up and go, you're going to chase me. And this is probably the biggest example, like you probably heard me say at the start of the clinic. If you start with this being 1, but this is 5, then 1 is only ever a pathway to something that I don't like. So, to clarify the leading hand in training, how did you clarify the leading hand? You taught her how to lead. You taught her how to lead. You taught her how to lead. Good girl. You taught her how to lead. You taught her how to lead. And then one day, when she understands that leading hand, you can do that leading hand there. And then one day, when she knows how to lead, you can do that leading hand there. But at the moment, when she's out on the long line, she thinks that leading rein means I'm going to get chased. But if she was taught never to be chased, so the saying, which is more important, instead of going, I asked you and now I'm going to push you, the saying that's most important is never ask a horse to do something you haven't already taught it. So if we stand here and we choose to lead a horse out on a line like that, then we have had to commit to teaching it how to lead. Otherwise, we're going to blame it or blame ourselves for not teaching it how to lead. You understand? So anyone that says, follow a feel and you didn't listen, should go, well, you didn't teach that horse to follow a feel. That's, yeah. If you have to back up a leading hand with driving pressure, that's what you do. And go back to the drawing board, because leading is leading, chasing is chasing. Completely different mindset. Yes. So basically that leading lesson you did, when she knows how to trot soft in your hand just close, and then when you get out on the long line, she'd be like, she hasn't chased me for the last 2 weeks. Maybe she's not going to chase me. Maybe I'll just follow the feel like she showed me when she was teaching me to lead. And all that past memory will only go away through... So sometimes you're not taking a horse's old memory away, you're reprinting a new story that becomes their new story. And then suddenly all those pages are in the past because her new memory has been overridden by good education. Good girl. We're not going to chase her. She's just been driven a little too much. I've spent, I guess ever since I started taking on horses and I read the words, if you push a horse away, they'll soon know where you want them. It was from reading those words I spent the rest of my, horse training, professional horse training life trying to figure out a way of not pushing horses around. So that's why I'll come in and say, try this, try that, be creative. It's through being creative, figuring out how you're going to... And then I realised that some of these old sayings started to make sense, especially the one about if you don't ever ask a horse to do something you haven't already taught it. And then you go,